Good afternoon. The first item of business this afternoon is portfolio questions. The portfolio on this occasion is transport. As ever, any member wishing to ask a supplementary should press the request to speak buttons during the relevant question. Question number 1 has been withdrawn. Question 2, Brian Whittle.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what discussions the Transport Secretary has had with ministerial colleagues regarding the potential impact on Scotland's aviation industry of any proposals to levy an airfare departure tax on short-haul flights in Scotland.
Minister Jim Fairley.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank Brian Whittle for that question. The Scottish Government continues to explore all the options to implement air departure tax in a way that protects the Highlands and Islands connectivity and complies with the UK Government's subsidy control regime. And at this stage, Ministers have not discussed the specific issue highlighted, but will ensure that all viable options for air departure tax are evaluated.
Brian Whittle.
I thank the Minister for that answer. I think we all across this chamber recognise the importance of reducing transport's carbon footprint. But unlike some, I do not believe that we can best achieve that change by punishing travellers through higher costs for more carbon-intensive travel. Instead, we should be looking to support the kind of innovation already underway in Scotland's aerospace sector to create greener aircraft powered by alternative fuels such as SAF and hydrogen. Does the Minister agree with me that before implementing any punitive taxes that would harm an important sector for our economy, we should be expanding our efforts to support zero-carbon innovation in our aviation sector?
Minister.
I would absolutely agree with Brian Whittle's comments that we should be looking to reduce the emissions that come from air travel. And the Scottish Government will publish its aviation statement shortly, setting out the actions that we will take to help achieve our emissions reductions targets and improve our connectivity.
Supplementary, Mark Roscoe.
Thank you. The latest report from the Government's Climate Advisor is clear that there is no credible route to net zero without cutting unnecessary air miles. It is then time to shift frequent short-haul travellers away from high-carbon flights and onto low-carbon rail. Does the Minister agree with me that the use of sustainable aviation fuels will not be enough to deliver net zero and that taxation has a key role to play in this transition?
Minister.
I thank Mark Roscoe for the question. The Scottish Government continues to explore all the options for putting in place air departure tax, but it must be done in a way that protects the connectivity of the Highlands and Islands, and in particular the lifeline services that people living and working in those areas rely on. But I repeat the point that the Scottish Government is publishing its aviation statement shortly, setting out the actions which we will take to help achieve our aviation emissions reduction targets and improve our connectivity.
Thank you.